Hey guys, it's Lynn coming back with another video tonight. It's been a while since I made one. I'm just coming on and going to talk about being a targeted individual in my hometown right now, and what happens to targeted individuals. And if you happen to be one, I'm sure I'm going to leave it in the title, so you probably clicked it if you are a targeted individual. What's happening right now on the planet is there's a big awakening going on, and for the targeted individuals, basically the chosen ones. The chosen ones, they call them, which I don't like to call it that because I think it sounds very narcissistic and that you're better than somebody saying you were chosen for something. So I think it's just basically better to say like the light bearer or the way showers, the people that are here right now to show an easier and a better way to get out of your addictions and really start loving your life again, and instead of living in that hate and fear, to show people how to knock your addictions down and to stop living in fear, because fear is a fucking illusion, and that's what I'm here to talk about tonight. So something that's going on with me and another tarot lady that I was listening to earlier, it's the same thing that's happening to me. So I'm just going to assume it's happening to all the chosen ones that are being targeted right now because they're in the grand scheme of their spiritual awakening. And the government puts you in this program, and a lot of the times your parents sell you out, or the people that were supposed to be your parents, the people that whether they adopted you or took you into their home and decided that it was a good idea to put you in a torture program with the government, basically sold you out to put you in this government torture program, and they do experiments on you. And people sit back and they think it's really fun to torture people, and I can't believe this is going on in 2025. It's hard to believe we're in 2025 with all this crazy shit that's happening to me. I'm just gonna take out my gum. I quit vaping because there's a lot of poisons in there, so I've been chewing some Thrive gum as well. And just knocking down every addiction that I ever had. So I'm waking up to a life now where I was so blinded by everything before. It's about 7 years since I did cocaine, and this September 15th I'll be 6 years off of booze, and which I'm really proud of myself. But where I'm living right now, London, Ontario, Canada, it's the unhappiest city in Canada. When you Google it, it comes up as the unhappiest city in Canada. And now I'm here like this bright light, like a light bright. I actually have the T-shirt of that too, the light bright. That's what I am. And I feel like I'm literally living in hell. No matter what I do. I was always told as a kid, I said this in another video, that the monsters were supposed to be under your bed. I was always told that as a kid. And where I'm residing right now, the monsters are very much standing right in fucking front of you, man. They're smirking in your face, and they're really fucking evil. And so I've succumbed to kind of being a loner now, just me and my Chihuahua hanging out, because where I'm living, they say like energy attracts like energy. So when you awaken and get off all of your addictions, you become more consciously aware of what's going on in your surrounding area. And another great I am affirmation I say is, I am consciousness and I am awareness. And I'm very aware to the point that there's some energy that went around my whole hometown where I've been for 49 years now. And this energy went around, and I always used to go out and watch bands. I loved supporting the local bands here. They had a lot of great talent, and I noticed that the energy just started being weird, and people just were turning on me left, right, and center. And this all started a couple years ago. Like I said, I'm going to be 6 years sober come September 15th. So probably about for 3 or 4 years, I've been like enlightened, they call it, where you have a good understanding of all the bullshit that's been going on within your community, and how the world really operates. And everything we've told has been a farce, and it's been a bullshit lie. So I've discovered that I've been in this selected this in this government torturing program, and it's the lady on the tarot card reading earlier. She said it's also a program where they're monitoring everything you do. There's another guy, he talks about it. They're called the Watchers. And it's living a life where these people never thought you were going to awaken, and it's to the point that they'd already played out a premeditated murder plot on your life. And I'm waking up to that now, and wherever I go, it's like I'm still being like a scalar weapon. So sometimes I was just at the grocery store, my left knee was shocked. And I can feel these like things all over my feet and in my head all the time. And they use these weapons. They're military weapons, and they're not for just like normal people, right? Like they're not for human beings to be living this way and being treated this way. It's kind of like also coming from a narcissistic home. It's the same thing. They choose a scapegoat in the family, and then they choose somebody who's the chosen one. And the scapegoat is which I was the black sheep, but they picked me as the scapegoat, and I took on everybody's bullshit to the point where it was like everybody pointing at you. It was Lynn. It could be like anything, right? And it's because I'm waking up to realize that these people that called themselves my parents, that's another story. I don't think they're my parents. I have a completely different energy than these people. So I got rid of them about 2-3 years ago. It wasn't an energy that was right for me. It didn't seem okay for me to be tolerating this kind of verbal abuse, and it was kind of scary, actually. It reminded me of my childhood, but this time I was consciously aware of what's tolerated for a female or any human being. So I was tortured as a kid, and I was the scapegoat of the family. And again, they're the dynamic in all narcissistic families. There's a golden child and a scapegoat. I guess I got the short end of the stick or something to be known as the scapegoat, to take on these malignant, overt and covert, bullying, toxic family that was supposed to be caring for me, but they didn't show any sort of caring for me at all. And I'm wearing my T-shirt tonight. Kind people are my kind of people, and that's how it is. I've always been kind, and where I'm living right now, there's not too many people that are kind. They're horrible. They hate themselves, so they hate you. And I'm here still progressing on my journey to show people how to move through fear. And there's this great awakening like over the planet right now. And obviously, if you tuned in here, you're aware because you're the targeted individual, and you've awoken, or you're woke right now to what's really going on. But in my community right now also, there's getting back to what that lady said on her channel earlier, there's these watchers. So they're watching and speaking in my ear. It's called like a V to K, so it's like a voice to skull weapon or something. They use like a scalar weapon, and it's I don't know how they do it, if it's an implant in your ear or how they actually tune into you, but it's the government. Of course, they can do anything, right? And anything for bad they can do. nothing for good. The government does nothing for good. That's another topic as well. So anyway, I hear these voices all the time, and a couple months ago here in my hometown, I'm laying in my bed, and I heard this guy say to me, "We've been watching you since you were a child, and we're never going to stop until you're dead." And because I don't live in fear, I was around all these narcissists my whole life, and I used to only ever live in fear. I've been beaten up, strangled with my hoodie, choked out with my hoodie. I've had food thrown at me. I've been dragged through rocks, like outside rocks, by these narcissist people who are unhealed, and they hate themselves, so they torture you and think it's cool to abuse women. The misogynist men think it's okay to abuse women, And the other narcissists, there's like the Jezebel Judas spirit going around as well, and a lot of them are unhealed as well. But these men that I was around, they were horrible. One guy's daughter, she didn't want to see him anymore, and he started throwing food at me sitting at his house. And this is back when I used to do cocaine, though, so at least over 7 years ago, and I've healed from that. And I've done a lot of narcissistic healing here because I've been abused since I was a child. And I'm here to show people that once you start healing, you know what's right and what's wrong. And the reason, if you're in these abusive relationships, it's because that's how your childhood was. And being a young girl that was really, really beautiful as a child, and I grew up in this family with a family that fucking hated me. And I noticed when I got sober, they hated me. And then I realized, looking back at pictures, even from when I was drunk, it was the same, the really evil eye. And there's a couple of pictures I have with this family that raised me. And the evil eye they're giving me in the background of these pictures I found is something more of like a psychopath or a psychopathic kind of personality. And there was a lot more hate than what I knew as a child. I also feel that they wiped out my brain and wiped out my memory to a lot of things because I was abused so much as a kid. And I'm right now living out a torture program with a brother that I thought was my brother. I don't even know if he's my real brother anymore, or what that is, but it's a real Cain and Abel story that I'm living out right now. He's Cain and I'm Abel, and it's this really jealous and envy. It's these two spirits that people have. This hate for people, and I'm more of a kind person where if anyone was doing well and wanted to go to a meeting to get off an addiction, I'd take them there, and that's what I do. But these people I'm around, they just fucking hate you, and it's like why do they hate you? It's like they have this, they put on the pants the same way we do every day, and they're the same, but yet they fucking hate you. But I think it's Buddha that says you have a new fresh start every day to change your life. And these toxic motherfuckers, I'll call them, the narcissists, they hate themselves, right? So because they hate themselves, nobody else can be happy. And it's a real miserable place to live in the city where I live. There's a lot of these narcissists all across the world, and they think they own you as well. So in the part that I'm at right now in my journey, I got rid of my karmic family about 2-3 years ago. That energy wasn't a match, and I don't appreciate people bullying me or projecting. All they're doing is projecting their unhealed wounds onto you. So these people have built their own character since they were a kid, and they don't want anyone to unravel the truth about what empty vessel is inside of them, and how they're actually a real timid boy or girl with nothing. They're an empty meat vessel, and nothing's going on in there. So they'll steal your light, they'll steal you, they'll mirror you, they'll watch you for months. If you're getting in a relationship with one, they'll watch you. And again, it's like that watcher, the watcher's personality. The narcissist does that to you too. And they don't have a personality of their own, so they'll steal your energy, and they'll take on all the goodness out of you. While deep down in the background, they're just hating you. I'll be right back. I'm turning my music down for a sec. I'm not sure if the music was too loud, so I thought I'd turn it down a little bit. Where I'm living in my city right now, there's also another thing as well, where these watchers are watching you and targeting you. And I can't get any messages out to anybody. A lady on her tarot show said today that they're controlling any of your messages. So if you've messaged somebody, like say you like one person only in your community, 1 or 2 people, and you want to reach out to them, you don't even know if the signal's going through, because the government and the narcissist, which is called like an elite mindset, they're all the same. They're people that hate. They could just call them hate breed. They're just a hate breed walking the planet, which is a band as well. But the narcissists are literally hate breed, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter background they come from. I mean, a narcissist is in any skin color, so it's nothing to do with that. But it's they come in all shapes, sizes, and religions and skin colors, and they're just this hate breed. And where I'm at right now on my journey right now. I'm going back to that night when I heard in the voice to the V to K, they call it, in my ear. There was when they said, we've been watching you since you were a kid, which is pretty fucking creepy, right? Like, you've been watching me since I was a kid. Like, that's disgusting. And we're not going to stop until you die. That night, I also heard in my apartment here a thud. It was about 2, 3 in the morning, like something was hitting my balcony or something. And again, I don't live in fear. I lived in fear my whole life because of this hate breed. And I was so scared of them, and I'm not anymore. I had my awakening, and I know that we have the power inside of ourselves. And there's nothing to be afraid of with these people, because deep down in the inside, they're just a weak little coward. They're a weak little coward little boy, little Nancy, basically, male or female. They're a little coward. They're a little peon in the spectrum of what you're supposed to be as a human. And they bully, they intimidate you, and they project everything onto you. So they have you in this delusional narc fog, I call it. I made another video about the narc fog, but so I came out of the narc fog, and I found my power within myself to stand up to these bullies. And that's what I think I'm here to do, is be that narc slayer. But it's just a message here for the targeted individuals, just getting back to that, because a lot of people deal with narcissists, but not a lot are targeted. And I'm really living out a horror movie, and it's my everyday life. And I don't live in fear, because fear is a fucking illusion, and I know that. And so for a couple of years, I was walking around in my really good energy. I did a lot of healing, and I went back to my core childhood wounds, societal wounds, and I went back and I dug deep about why I was the person I was. And that low self-esteem you had, and people pleasing, and being codependent on these monsters, these narcissists. I got away from all of them, and I went deep inside of myself, right? And I feel very confident with myself in doing that. Anyway, walking around my city where I live, again, London, Ontario, there's, again, the people that just hate you because you're happy, right? Like, I'd be so happy for anybody. Like, wow, you're 7 years off of cocaine? That's amazing. And the city where I'm living, it's like, I don't know what it's run by, like if it's Masons or what's going on in my community, but there's nothing, everything's backwards, and it's all for the evil, right? So I'm basically like standing out by myself right now like a sore thumb, because I'm not in addictions anymore, which means I'm in my north node now. And when you're in your south node, that's going to be all your addictions, right? So basically anybody that wanted ill will on me, anybody that, like, if you try to curse somebody, and a lot of narcissists do this, they'll give you an evil eye or a smirk, and that sticks with you. That evil eye will permeate you for who knows when, could permeate you for years when you see these people just giving you that death stare. And I have some frequencies I'm going to post in the description on if you ever come across these monsters, you'll be able to get that sort of energy off of you, because it's just them projecting it onto you. It's how they feel about themselves, but they're making it about you, like putting it all onto you. And it's ignorant. It's fucking ignorant. And what I'm going through right now, not a lot of people would get, but the people that I used to hang out with don't really care anyway. So I've noticed even the women I used to hang out with, I thought, well, maybe they just don't like me because I'm sober. It turns out if somebody didn't like you when you were sober, because you got sober, they obviously didn't like you when you were drunk either. So I'm coming to the realization that I've been put in this government torture program, and everybody in my community was in on it. Everybody. Everything in my life's been fake up to this point of 49 years. I'm at the point where I don't even know my own real family. I don't think these monsters that raised me are my real family, because I look back at a picture a picture when I was a little kid, and I'm sitting far away from this lady that called herself my mom. She's here, and I'm sitting way over here. And as a kid, I was very good at reading energy, and I still am. I'm an energy channeler for the divine. Once I get to a better location, I'm stuck in a lot of crappy energy here right now. It's hard for me to maintain my good energy I had a couple years ago because I'm surrounded by these people. My apartment building's very toxic, and I feel sick here. My energy's not matching, and it's really hard for me. I feel sick. I feel disgusting, and I almost could cry now because I feel so gross. Because I feel like I didn't even shower some days, and it's just because I have a higher consciousness. I'm in the 5D consciousness, and everybody that's stuck in their addictions, they're unconscious, or they're a 1D conscious, 2D, or 3D, which is loose harvesting energy vampires, narcissists, and agents. So basically out of the matrix, they're the real agents. And these people are all playing a fucking game with me. And I knew I was being targeted a couple years back, but I never told anyone. I never said anything, and I just stood back and watched people. I watched them, and I kind of, I was observing. And I never wanted to manifest it. So I've gotten really good at that, at staying out of my head, because I find when we were in addictions, we're just in our head. We're creating a bunch of shit. We're very negative, like the narcissists, who never change, though. They have the choice every day. We're really negative in those addictions. And a lot of us grew up with like depression, anxiety, all these projections. Well, when you're doing cocaine and you're drinking constantly, what do you think's going to happen? It's going to be worse for your depression and your anxiety. On top of it, you're going to get paranoia as well. So I don't have those things. I'm very confident in myself. And when you're a narcissist or anyone in addictions, you're not confident. You have no confidence. That's another story. But I'm at the point where I can look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Again, it's two words that the universe responds to you with. I am. And anything you say after I am, you can become if you believe in yourself enough. With that I am that we all have inside of us. So I'm kind of rambling, but my last part is, again, I'm gonna put up a frequency. I'm really into music frequencies, and because of this guy on YouTube for free, Dr. Virtual 7. If it wasn't for this guy, I probably would have gave up by now or been dead. I would never go back to addictions. In sobriety, they say one day at a time, and I'm like, never again for me. I'm just that confident. I've never thought about booze again, and I hit the biggest rock bottom ever hanging out with these types of people. I ruined the best relationship of my life with my dream man and the dream guy in my whole life. And it's again because of childhood wounds, because of that family you come with, making you feel insecure and not good enough to receive the love that we thought we deserved. So you would pick those lower unconscious people that are in addictions because you feel like a piece of shit because these people have treated you like a piece of shit your whole life. So I hit that rock bottom, and I was thrown in jail by another ex of mine too. And again, if you're around these people, and if anyone's struggling out there with being in a relationship or a family dynamic with these narcissists, I'd urge you to get away. I'd urge you to hold your head up high, block, lock, and delete. And that's what I've done. And they hate that. They want you to want them, and they want you to pine over them. And once you heal more, you'll know that they're nothing. And what I call a narcissist now is a narcissist equals nothing, because they're legit nothing. They're ignorant, and they have a choice every day to heal, and they don't. And they project all their bullshit on you. To the point where you don't want to be around them anymore. And that's why I stayed sober, and I continued to be sober, because I had a boyfriend that I was living with at the time throw me in jail for 4 hours because they do the twist around. So they're always ready to do that twist around with you, right? And that's where I'm coming to now is with this premeditated murder plot on my life in London, Ontario here. Nobody ever thought that I'd heal, right? Because I was treated such like shit. And I basically was like a prisoner for these people and a scapegoat. Probably kicked everywhere, man. A lot of my childhood's blocked out, but I remember a lot of abuse. It's coming back to me. But in this government government torture program, with the weapons they're using on you, some of the things I wrote them down. That this frequency is going to help you not have this going on if you're being shot and attacked by these scalar weapons and what have you. But a lot of these torture programs will end up giving you dementia, gang stalking, street theater, V to K, so it's the voice to skull. You'll hear Satan and God in your voice, in your ear quite often, and it's electronic torture. Body mutation and muscle spasms, burns on the back, neck, and head. I haven't had any burns yet, but I have like that. I have the feeling on my head and my toes, and then my knee in the grocery store today. They also will attack your dog. My dog's been getting tasered or whatever you call it, right in the hip. And I know when it's happening because she's jumping around and going in circles, and you know it just happened. And these narcissists don't give a fuck about animals either. They'll sacrifice animals. And my family sacrificed me. These people, they're not my family though. But they sacrificed me, and they have no remorse. They think it's okay. They think it's okay to have a scapegoat. So where I'm living right now in my hometown that I've been here for 49 years, they very much outed me and picked me to be a scapegoat. So basically, not now am I not just taking on that family that I already got rid of 3 years ago. They and friends weren't matching anymore, so I got rid of them. Now I'm like the whole community's scapegoat. So it's like pin the tail on the donkey, and this shit's awful. I'm gonna link another lady. I think her name was Diane Collins, and she does a TED talk about being a scapegoat, and she's a black woman, and what I'm going through, I couldn't imagine being black on top of what I'm going through. I could imagine, and my heart's with her, I could imagine it even being worse. I don't know how much worse it could be, but being a black woman, I guarantee it was. And anyway, I'll link it in the description as well. It's her name's Diane Collins, and she was nominated as the scapegoat of her family, and she was tortured as well. But this woman's so brilliant. She empowered herself, and she did a TED talk about it, and I really, really admire her. So I'm going to link that in the description. I'm going to put this Dr. Virtual scatter for anybody that's in one of these targeted programs. Other things that they do to you all night is they're trying to give you a heart attack and a stroke, and it increases your arrhythmia. Slow to regular heart, blood clots, brain fog. They're trying to give you schizophrenia, and they can also it can also entail noises and voices from your neighbors, or noise distractions from your neighbors meant for you on purpose, coming through the floorboards or the ceiling or what have you, which I just read about right now, and that would explain I do hear a lot of noise coming from the person below me. There's a couple other ones I wrote down, but I use frequencies. There's hair loss, and they try to attack your teeth as well. And I'm pretty happy with my teeth. I brush them about 10 times a day. Another thing they were doing to me is because they watch me all day long. And they talk to me in my ear. And that's really, really wearing on me to keep my energy up. It's really annoying, and I'm not living in fear, but it's so fucking annoying. And that's how you know they're a narcissist. You know they're a narcissistic energy, because narcissists can't let you go because they can't self-regulate themselves, so they need to harass somebody else. They need to fucking get in somebody else's face all day long. And because I set that boundary with friends and family already a couple of years ago, these people, they've been doing this to me, and I believe my family's in on it as well. 1 second again, sorry, I'm going to turn this off here. That's another thing they do, is they control my TV as well. They control my TV, and that's not something I would be listening to right now. So they control my TV as well, and they think it's cool. They talk to me, and they just put on a frequency that I would never use. So that's how I know they're doing that to me. So the narcissist is what they're looking for, and why they try to torture you all day long is they need somebody to bother and harass. So it's the energy of what I had my whole life, right? They can't self-regulate, so they pick that scapegoat to torture. It's a torture program, and it's from the whole community, I believe, at this rate, where I'm living again, the unhappiest city in Canada. They and that's another thing too. Right now they don't want me making this video, so they try to dumb you down, and they're making me. I already had a problem like with saying and I'm okay with that because I'm just trying to get a message out. I don't critique myself, and nobody should critique themselves if you're telling your truth. So being a true speaker and a true seeker, I was this girl as a kid, and the family that I was put into, I think I was there to teach them a couple lessons, right? Like being the empath, and I'm supposed to be like a blessing in people's lives, and I'm supposed to be this blessing, but it's more like a curse because these people don't treat me like a blessing. They just fucking hate me, and it's steaming right out of them. But it's making me lose my point now about why they torture you all day long, and they're all talking to me in my ear. In the grocery store, they're controlling my MasterCards. Whenever I go to a store, they know exactly how much money I have, and today it happened again. They didn't allow my MasterCard to go through, but they know I have $20 again until payday. Another hardship I had to face, I had a failed back surgery, and I was treated as a piece of shit at the place where I used to work, and there was a lot of human rights things where I'm pretty sure at this rate I could sue the whole city for human rights because that's what's going on. And my cool ex always told me that I had a case with that too. But anyway, that's another sidebar there too. It's just showing that the chosen ones, the targeted individual, we've had to face more hardships than people. And people don't like that. They're like, how are you still alive? Like, where I'm at the point now where I'm pretty sure I have a spiritual inheritance. And this community where I live, they've squandered it and spent it. And again, it would be so self-righteous of these narcissistic energies to take your money and party with it and do what they want with it and treat it like it was their money when it's not. I've beat the whole human experience here. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience here on planet Earth, and I've beat the whole system. I've proven a lot of things, and the government didn't want that, right? They didn't want anyone to catch on to how the world really works. They knew that about me as a kid, and that's why I know I had a spiritual inheritance. And this community spent it all, I'm pretty sure. And because narcissists live in their ego, which is their false self, so you'll never be able to get a narcissist to love you. So if you are in a relationship with one, make sure you leave them pronto, because you'll spend your whole life sitting there wondering why they did this to you. They do it to everybody, and they'll be back with their exes, and they're always recycling old people around them, right? A lot of them recycle old friendships and relationships, and because they can't sit by themselves, they can't self-regulate. So I've been in hermit mode now for a couple of years, and someone went around and told the whole community a big rumor about me, I'm guaranteeing, as well as my energy didn't match. But I did have friends, and now I have none, and that's okay, because I'm going to find my soul tribe, and I say it every day. I am finding my soul tribe. I am a money magnet. Things like that. I do have my twin flame. I do have all the abundance I need right now. I do have money flowing to me right now. And I got these rare manifesting techniques from Neville Goddard. And they work really well. You can say, I am worthy. I am the best. I am abundant. I am unique. And it has a positive effect on your subconscious mind. And the root of suffering is attachment, and that's from Buddha. They say the root of all suffering is attachment. And I've got rid of all my attachments, right? So I have clued into the way the world works, and I noticed the government wants to keep everybody small and stuck. So even in Costco now, I just got a membership after 2 years. I noticed there's booze in the Costco's now too, right? And the vape stores here in Canada, they're everywhere, and I guarantee there's more in those vapes than what's supposed to be. There's a lot of poison in there, so I gave up the vape and I just chew the gum now to help me quit. Or I've done it for a couple months now. Also, where I live in Canada as well, in the gas stations, they're selling booze now as well. And it's like, what the fuck? Why are you selling booze in a gas station? And I think I would still think it was weird if I did drink. It's like you can't drink and drive, but you're selling booze at a gas station, and it's to keep everybody in their lower self, which is their ego. So a lot of these narcissists are just in their ego, which is their false self. So it's very materialistic. It's very ego based. There's nothing authentic about them, and they hate true speakers and seekers because they're envious and jealous of people speaking the truth. So that gets back to that family dynamic I was in and how I was brought up. I'm going to close this message out. I kind of went on a ramble, but the one thing I wanted to say again is when they do this to you, I believe it's my family, because they do say you have to get rid of the people that hurt you, right? And just like you can't keep living in the community where you don't fit there anymore. So I'm gonna get out of here, and it's been a long time here, so it's time to go on somewhere else where I can do my Reiki healing, a Reiki instructor, be that spiritual life coach that I wanted to be, and definitely be an energy channeler for the divine, and maybe on this channel, or I'll create a new one, be a tarot reader as well, because I do have that channeling with the divine, as above, so below. But it's getting conjured up here with these voices from the electronic harassment and from, I believe, my narcissistic family that just hates me. And a narcissist will always hate you when you were the one that walked away. I believe I'm the only one in my community that's so far walked away from their entire family and going through this right now. But they'll always hate you for it, and everything will be you. Everything will be your fault. They'll never see your side of it. You don't waste your time arguing with these people. You do really have to get away from them, and you got to do it now. You can't sit there. You can't sit there wondering why they're that way. They are that way, and they hate themselves, and they don't know how to love. If somebody's 77 years old and they're still like that, and they pretended their whole childhood was perfect, what they had to do a long time ago was go talk to somebody about it. And other people that are stuck in addictions, they have the choice every day to walk into a meeting just like I did 7 years ago or 6 years ago to get off their addictions. They're very, again, they just hate. That's all they do. And that's what I remembered now. Why they're still targeting me and going through all of this, like targeting where they want to control what I watch. They want to control my debit card, or my debit cards, and my MasterCard. Like tonight again, if I can't swipe it, if I can't tap it, my cards, and they somehow do it. It's like the government's involved too. If I can't tap my card, then it's not going to go through. If I try to put it in manually and put my PIN in, it always is declined. It will never go through. It's been happening to me for months now. And these guys know I have $20 left for the rest of the week, and that's fine because I'm not attached to anything. So I can nail that motherfucker. I'm not attached to anything. So I don't live in fear, and I don't get mad about it. But it's time that I maybe go get a lawyer tomorrow and kind of amp my game up here, because for the duration of time that I'm left here, I'm not going to be people's scapegoat for the whole community. If these people can't heal on their own and go do what I did or what the people that have gone before me have done, then they have no reason to be scapegoating me. But they need that, They need. And what a narcissist also does is they make fun of people, right? They gossip. They need to gossip and create drama. All they do is sit around and talk about people, and I never was like that as a child. I was very inquisitive and told I was nosy by the karmic mom I had. I actually just asked her last year again, what can you tell me about childhood? And they're the kind of people that they'll never tell you an answer. They'll lie. And narcissists are like that. They've been lying for so long. They can't tell the truth, and they won't. So I'm left now with this part on my journey, not knowing if my parents were murdered. I wonder if my mom and my real mom and my dad might have been chosen as well. They might have been gifted like me. Everybody is gifted, and everybody has spiritual gifts, but if the narcissist isn't going to do the work, which they won't, they're never going to know what light they can bring and help anybody out with the Great Awakening right now, because narcissists are here as well, right? So they can change as well, right? They can go through that. Carl Jung, the shadow side. It's something great to tune into if you're working on your shadow side right now. I'm in my shadow side very frequently throughout the day, but I can always get back to the light side, no matter how many distractions are set in my way. And that's all narcissists want, is for you to be distracted. They need that reactive abuse. So when I was minding my own business, a couple years back now, I think they've been harassing me for about a year now, nonstop, with this talk in my ear all day, and following me around and acting like they can see everything I'm doing, to the point where I don't even take a bath anymore. You're supposed to self-love yourself on the journey and pour all that love you never had back into yourself. But I can't even bathe here. I feel disgusting thinking that, when these voices in my ear are saying that they've been watching me since I was a child and stuff. It's very disgusting. So I don't live in fear. I just don't take a bath anymore. I still shower, but it's just really creepy. The last thing I just want to say is if you are a targeted individual, I'm going to drop a couple of this Dr. Virtual. He's a godsend, and he's helped me out a great deal with these scatter frequencies, as well as a lot of other like positive things for people on the journey. I think that's about it. It's 41:19. It's probably the longest video I ever made, but if I can help one person, and they say our word is our world. So if you can't speak it out into existence, it's not true. So once you free yourself and you speak your truth, you feel better about yourself. That even if you're just saying it onto a video, you got some truth out there, right? And these demonic beings that I'm surrounded by daily here, they think they're all that, eh? They think they're so awesome, and again, they try to intimidate you, and that's how I spent my life up until probably about 3 years ago. Again, I've been sober it'll be 6 years in September, so it took me a while to get rid of that fear and break down my childhood wounding and the core wounding. But these people want you to be intimidated. Oh, and that's why I think my family's involved in this as well, the family that I grew up with. Because narcissists, I was minding my own business. So I was minding my own business, and I made a channel. I was trying to get a couple certificates. Spiritual life coach, hypnotherapist, and an energy channeler. And I was minding my own business trying to get these certificates. And they hijacked my whole journey, my whole being, and using these illegal surveillances and voice to skull technology in my ear, they just hijacked me. And again, it reminds me of my childhood. They would never let me focus. They projected everything onto me and told everybody I was dumb and stupid. Same with the Diane Collins lady, the lady I'm going to link in the description as well. They tell everything basically that they are, but they tell everyone you're stupid and retarded, and sit there and laugh at you, and like call you ugly and names, and make fun of your features, like, oh, look at your nose or this or that. And when you heal everything, this is what they hate as well, is I can look in the mirror and I'm like, you know what, we were all created differently, right? We're all unique. We're all unique, authentic beings. And I love my nose, and I love my eyes, and I say every day, I love my hair, ears, eyes, nose, mouth, body, inside and out. I've been saying it since I was a little kid. And these people just try to make fun of you. So if you are hanging around with these people, don't ever tell them something you hate about yourself, because they'll use it against you. And if you're going through anything else with them, luckily I never was married to one, and thankfully I don't have any kids with any of them either. But they'll in a court case, they'll try to keep finding dirt on you. They'll have their flying monkeys. They hijacked my Facebook and my Messenger as well, so guaranteed they're looking for dirt on me. And it's always stuff that they try to hold up a court case, and they can't do anything by themselves, so they got to spread lies about you, rumors, and you just sit back and you wait for it to all play out, and know that God's got you, the universe, whoever you believe in, Buddha, angels, ancestors, some form of a higher power that's bigger than yourself. Like celestial realm, plant people, like there's everything, right? If you believe in something above. Mother Gaia, the only mother I knew, so it's like being grounded and knowing that the nature mother's got your back. Yeah, they'll hold up anything because they always got to win at everything, right? But I wasn't competing. I was just minding my own business, doing my own thing, and trying to get these courses. And it turned out to be that I really am an intelligent, bright, shining lady. I'm very intelligent, and I knew I was as a kid. But they dumb you down, and they poison you with their word salads. They poison you with beating you spiritually, mentally, and physically. And it's not cool. It's not kosher. It's not copacetic. And any woman or man that's having a problem with these people, that's what I'm here for. Again, women do it too. I'm not just saying only men do it. Women do it. The lady that claimed to be my mother, she was one of the worst people out there, and that's why I got rid of them. But they hacked out my journey, and they thought it was their right to knock me down a couple pegs here. They knocked me down a couple pegs, and I can't even focus to get those certificates now on the courses I wanted to do. So I'm just going to wait till I move to pick those up. They hijacked my old phone. People were following me around in my old phone here, hearing the voices, hacking me. And then I got my new phone. I had to put down a $300 deposit, and I thought the guy told me there was a tracker in it. So people were following me around for God knows how long. And then they took my Facebook and Messenger as well. And they say with the chosen ones as well, even logging into your applications that you want to get into, like your credit card accounts and stuff, I never can get on. Getting Spotify back on my new phone, it probably took me like a good hour or two, and it's really stupid and immature, and that's what narcissists are. So the overall targeted individual put in a government slave program, a scapegoat, is all basically a big narcissistic, big dick energy of these morons that think it's cool to be able to control you and laugh at you and make fun of your features on your body. Meanwhile, if you look at these people, they're the ugliest beings on the planet. Their external is ugly. Like if they call you fat, they're usually like 10 times bigger than you, and they're like pinching your rolls and shit. Look at the spare tire on you. And they're the fat one. But they always got to like look at you and dissect something on you that's really to knock you down. And you just got to stand in your power and own your shit and realize we're all a beautiful being. And we all have that divine intelligence in us, and it's up to you. It's up to the people if they want to make that choice every day. But the narcissist wants to just stand still and be the goof that they've always been since childhood. They never chose to grow. And the older they get, they call it the aging narcissists are the worst, right? So if you're like 77, 78, which would be those people that said they were my parents, and this big joke I'm living, like it's literally like the Truman Show I've been living. And everybody's in on it. So if I try to call the cops for anything too, they don't do anything. They're smirking and laughing in your face like narcissists do, to the point where you don't even know if they're fucking real cops or if they like literally have a game in my city where they just go come and throw on a fucking a cop uniform and try to play dress up for a minute. So anything with manifesting too, narcissists will take it and they'll reverse it. They'll do it all for evil. Another thing they do to me is I'm shaking right now. I notice when I sit on the toilet, when I try to go pee or lay in my bed, I'm shaking all night. I'm just sitting there shaking, right? Like where it's like, it's literally like I guess back when kids were young and back in the day when they took you, they probably did it to me too. They'd give like neighbors and stuff like free Subway sandwiches and lunches and dinners for free if they came and like tortured a kid and put one of those like helmet things on or whatever on your head, and they sit there and these narcissists like get off on it. It's like I'm not going to be gross here, but I'm surprised that they don't pull out their willies and like literally jack off to it. That's how enthralled they are with abuse, and the buck stops with me, and it's not going to be happening. So I'm at the point now in my community where I'm not sure what to do, but I know I'm going to leave, and it's just a nasty energy here now. It's minding my own business. Oh, that's the last thing I was going to say. Sorry, they need that reactive abuse from you. So I was minding my own business, doing my own thing on my journey, as I've mentioned, and never doing anything to anybody. They hate me because they hate themselves. So they just hate. They're hate breed. I've never done anything to these people at all, and it's pathetic. But we don't worry about them, but they need that reactive abuse. So as I set boundaries and got away from them, blocked them, and never to look back, you got to ghost them and go silent. So they always ghosted you, right? So now you get to ghost them, right? And you get to literally be like, narc, who's there? Not fucking me, man. And the buck stops with me, man. You knew what you were doing the whole time, and I'm really ashamed and disgusted with these types of personalities, because I was minding my own business, and they need that reactive abuse. So as I try to go about my day doing anything within the city, they'll always try to plug back into me and talk to me. I don't know now if they're in my new phone, if it's some way they do it that way too, or it's just the government, but they do it anyway, and they need you to react. They need it then, and they love it, whether you're sad, you're crying, you're angry, you're like whatever you are, lethargic. They love to tune in, and they're the watchers, right? They like to tune in, and they do lazy spells on you, and narcissists also love to play with black magic and stuff like that. I'll get into that another time. I've been reading about it. Narcissists love to send a lot of people black magic, or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't dabble in black art, this magic, whatever it is, or I don't even give people evil eyes, and I definitely don't do voodoo or any of these things. I'm basically waking up to thinking the horror movies were just something you watched, and I'm in a horror movie. I'm the lead star, man, in this fucking horror movie. That it's against my free will. Torturing somebody is against my free will. As a child, I never had a choice. I was put in this program, and I've been bullied forever since I was a kid. I remember in my elementary school, the brother that now is like a Cain and Abel story from the Bible, he bullied me, followed me around all my elementary school, making sure I never talked, right? Because they always told me to shut up. I was very inquisitive now, and I never will shut up, right? I'm a truth speaker, right? And when you speak your truth, the universe will reward you, because that's what we're here for. We're here to show people that there is no fear. It's a fucking illusion. And it's good to know that you have the power within yourself, and you don't need any of these people, man. And I wish everybody well on their journey. Again, if you are around these toxic animals, we'll call them, you need to get away. And that's exactly what I did. I did everything right, and I never looked back. But they had to come in and interrupt my journey. And it's a journey. The spiritual journey is called knowing thyself. It's not called nosy neighbor, having the whole community come in and play scapegoat. We sacrificed you, and we're going to torment you because we can't do the healing on ourselves. That's ignorant as fuck. And I'm pretty sure those old times should be gone by now, but I don't know how we're living in 2025, because I can't believe I'm living like a real scapegoat in my hometown, like a pin the tail on the donkey. The thing about being a black sheep, or being called the scapegoat, is the scapegoat actually is it's the goat. It's the greatest of all, greatest of all time. That's what we are. We're the greatest of all time, because we're the ones breaking down the barriers. We're the ones breaking the chains. We're breaking the generational curses. And that's why our ancestors love us, right? They never got this opportunity to break down this bullshit, whether it's misogyny, narcissism, whatever it is. electronic harassment, government fucking torturing program. Our ancestors never got a chance to do that. So I honor myself, and I take on that I am the greatest of all time, not in a conceited, cocky way, but I'm very proud of myself to have made it this far after all the abuse I've taken on, not by choice. Anyway, if anyone ever is coming to London, Ontario, London, Ontario, Canada, just make sure you check the map first and make sure it doesn't say it's the unhappiest place in Canada now, because it's horrible with those people, but I go out every day and I meet tons of other people that are my energy, right? So like energy attracts like energy, and I meet a lot of great people every day. So I don't tolerate those other behaviors. So I'm hoping this family and this government gets the message quick that I don't know how long they're trying to enroll me in this program that's my fucking birthright not to be. And as we move along the journey, we're here to take our birthright back and get away from these people. Again, kind of a ramble. I'm gonna put a couple things in the description, but I just wanted to get that out there. And yeah, thank you if you got this far, and to all the targeted individuals out there, these frequencies will really help you out. Again, Dr. Virtual, he's a godsend. I'll link them in the description. Thank you very kindly. Namaste.